are these. These are 3 solid copper cups. Now, lords and ladies, it is to be said that you can perform this effect using a variety of different metals. I just like copper for a few different reasons. The first reason being is that copper is a very durable metal. You take good care of it, it'll last you a very long time. The second reason why I like copper so much is because it is a very vibrant metal. So, if you're sitting in the front, standing in the back, or just walking by, pretending the show's not even happening, I see you. You can still see copper no matter where you are. And the last reason why I like copper so much is because it possesses a trait no other metal does, which is that anything that gets poured into the cups will go right through it. Now, the next thing we're going to need in order to perform this piece of magic is a magic wand. Now, this is mine. However, I should point out this is less of a wand, it's more of a stick. But to make it a magic wand, I coated it with Teflon. So you can see stick, non-stick. It's fine, I have a spare. But the last thing you are going to need, I keep right back here, it is a little itty-bitty baseball. Now, some of you might recognize this setup more as something known as the shell game. For those that are unaware, the shell game is a game that's been played for centuries and it's still played to this day. The object of the game, though, is very simple. You take a ball, place it under a cup, mix them up, and if you found the ball, you would win a prize. Later on, though, as time progressed around the 1800s or the 1900s, it became repopularized on horse tracks as something known as thimble rigging. Now, the thimble rig was less of a game, it was more of a con, less of a scam, where the person playing was always guaranteed to lose. Now, I should point out, lords and ladies, that I am not here to con, swindle, or cheat any of you today. Normally, when I make a joke like that, there are some people that wonder, like, oh, does he actually cheat when he plays games like this? The honest answer is, it depends when playing. For example, if I was playing you, sir, I would never cheat in a million years. No. If I was playing you, sir, I wouldn't hesitate. I like how you're nodding like that's reasonable. But if I'm to perform this properly as a magic trick for all of you today, I am going to have to break one rule, which is using one ball for 3 cups. Instead, I'm going to use one ball for each of the cups. So it's going to look a little something like this. You take the first ball, give it a little spin, and that will give you ball number 2. So that is 1, that is 2. Ooh, I should point out, ball number 2 is capable of doing a magic trick of its own. You just have to turn it into a magic ball first, like this. Now it's a magic ball. Thank you. All right. On 3. 1, 2. You're still unimpressed. Fine. Okay. I'll tell you what. The last ball happens when you spin your wand up here. Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on a second. All right. You spin your wand, you touch your hand, it's right there. So, that is 1, 2, 3. If you speak French, that is 1, 2, 3. If you speak Spanish, that is 1, 2, 3. If you speak German, that is 1, 2, 3. If that is Roman, that is I. Very easy to follow. If you're from the South, that is 1. Another 1. And another 1. All right. So, classic procedure would go as such. You take each ball off the top of the cups, place it into your hand, give a tap, a blow, say the magic words, I love you, Dad, and it disappears. Do the same thing with the second ball, take it off the top of its cup, place it into your hand, a tap, a blow, the other magic words, I want a committed relationship, and that one will also disappear. The last one is probably the most difficult ball to do, so in order to get this right, I have to try the words that I found on this magical place called Facebook. Thoughts and prayers. Weird, it didn't work. I'll tell you what, it probably didn't work because you're watching too closely. You can't watch this too closely because the closer you look, the easier it is to fool you. Ta-da! Y'all weren't buying that for a second. I make the joke stone-faced. Alright. But I'll tell you all what, if you tap on each of the cups, you're going to see now that we got a ball under this cup, a ball under this cup, and a ball under this cup. That is 3 cups, 3 balls. I think now we can properly begin. All right. So we're going to try this again, but we're going to try it a little bit differently. This time we're going to take each ball, and instead of making it vanish, we're just going to place it under its respective cup. So that's going to be one right here, one right here, and the last one will go right here. Gentleman all the way in the back. Hi, what's your name, boss? What is it? I can't hear you, Matt. All right. Matt, very easy question, Matt. A, B, C. Matt, choose a cup. B. B. Matt, listen and try again. A, B, C. Choose a cup for me, Matt. You see how easy this is? I'm kidding. You chose B. That was your actual choice? All right. Matt, I'm going to take the ball out from cup B for you invisibly. So for those of you that have never seen a miniature invisible leather baseball before, this is what it looks like. Thank you. I might have dropped one too, so if you see it, let me know. I missed it. But Matt, would you like me to go this way or this way? Because good news, Matt, I can go both ways. Row up. This way, as far away from you as possible. Got it. Okay. Matt, I'm going to push that cup forward with the wand. I'm not going to touch it with my hand. I'm then going to simulate dropping your ball into that cup. So it should look as though it leaves the one that you started with, and it goes over to the one that you picked. Right? That's just how this works. Now, sometimes people do wonder what would have happened if you chose to go in the opposite direction, and it's the same as before. You just take each ball, place it back under its respective cup. That's one there, one right here. You take the ball back out from the cup and you drop it in with your hand. It'll still leave the one that you start with and go to the one that you want. That's just how this works, Matt, all right? Now, Matt, two underneath, one on top, because every man needs a dream. Ask Dad why that's funny. All right. You take the cups, stack them on top of one another, you run the wand right down the side, it'll melt down, joining all of its friends underneath, so you have one, you have two, and you have three. But at this point, I do understand that many of you might be a little skeptical, like there's some of you that probably thinking there's a huge, gigantic, gaping hole in the bottom of one of these cups. Okay. Now, clearly that is not the case, but what we can do is we can take this one final step further, where we set it up like before, but instead of making the balls vanish, we take them off the top of their cups, and we just put them away. I'll do the same thing with this ball right here. I will take it off the top, I will put this ball away as well, and I will even do the same thing with the last ball, too. Now, Matt, if you were paying attention, anytime you tap on the cups, the ball comes back. That's just how this works, right? So if I leave one ball under the center cup, how many balls are under the center cup? One. Close. There's three. Okay. That's fine. I missed that my first time too. It's okay. But if you do get rid of the balls one after the other, you can still tap on the cups. The balls are going to come back, except now this one's going to look different. Yeah, which probably means that this one looks different too. And if you're paying attention, so does this one. All right. But here's the thing. We didn't do this with little red balls, did we? No, we did this with itty bitty baseballs. And I can't get these balls to go under the cups now because you'll see it. So now I'm kind of left to improvise and get those baseballs back. I'll just make this one bigger. I'll make this one bigger. And I'll make this one bigger as well. You have been a phenomenal audience. Thank you so very much. And lords and ladies, it is at this point that I would like to point out really quick, and this is also the part of the show where people start to leave.